But one thing is for sure, thanks to the IKEA Foundation, UNHCR is bringing an innovative approach to an old problem, giving refugee children and their families a safer place to call home.
So here's an example where we, through the store in our business, cannot really make a difference for refugees and people that do not have sufficient income. But through working through the foundation and through our solution, we can still find ways of making a difference. Can take next. Next slide, please.
And the most immediate need for these people is to provide a roof over their head.
So what we said that most things remains to be done. I mean, we started something, IKEA has come a long way, but what drives us is to continue to improve ourselves too as well. And I have time, I think, for a very nice story here related to Thailand too as well, that we started even before we came here to Thailand. And it's related to the fact of things that we learned here in Thailand from partially the self-sufficiency philosophy of His Majesty the King and projects that we've done with some of the royal projects here too as well. So if you don't mind, I'll share a little bit on that story too as well. Next slide, please. It's another story. So here IKEA was trying to contribute to an everyday better life for the many ethnic minorities in Chiang Rai, through its operation and through the help and combination of collaboration with Mapha Luang Foundation and the Doi Tung Development Project. So Sweden and Thailand, what is the connection? Do we have a lot of things in common, especially with northern Thailand? You'd be surprised to find out here. It's far-fetched, but after looking at this and studying a little bit more, I'll show you some examples that even made me very surprised. So here on the left-hand side, you're having ethnic minorities as Hmong from northern Thailand. On the right-hand side is an ethnic minority from Sweden called Same from northern part of Sweden too as well. If you look at the coloring and the dressing and the patterns, etc., there's a lot of similarities too. And next. Yeah. Next slide. On the left-hand side, you have a Lana-style house, northern Thailand. On the right-hand side, it's a Viking house from Scandinavia, dating back over 1,000 years. See the similarities? Next. And here we have the Mapha Luang Foundation, the logotype based on the Naga. And there on the right-hand side is a dragon head on a Viking house and on the boats, similar to. There you go. Next. On the left-hand side is tribal silver in Thailand. On the right-hand side, Viking silver. So a lot of similarities there too as well. And when we were coming and planning to come to Thailand, we also wanted to do something that we thought would be relevant also to do to Thailand from a sourcing point of view and a collaboration point of view. So this is what we did. We met up with representatives of Mapha Luang Foundation in Doi Tung. We had a management visit up there, and we said, is there something that we can do together? And since Doi Tung Development Project already is doing a lot of things when it comes to home furnishing products, and they are creating a better everyday life for the many people, the ethnic minorities in northern Thailand, we thought maybe there's something we could collaborate on. So we thought, okay, there could be some knowledge transfer both ways. We learned a lot from social enterprise point of view from Doi Tung and Mapha Luang Foundation. But we sent a designer from our side to work with the people in Doi Tung. And we designed something based on the material and the history and the skills of the ethnic minorities in northern Thailand. And also what the Doi Tung Development Project could do. And at the same time then, we made it fully integrated into the IKEA process. So it was not giving money, it was actually making a partner deal where we were buying the products from them and doing it on a fair price. It took almost 5 years, but now those products are selling in multiple IKEA stores around the world, actually. Next slide. Jim is a designer for Doi Tung. We sent him to IKEA for 6 months on apprenticeship to learn about the design principles of IKEA, so he could apply it there, and looking also on a more environmental way of producing products. So it's two ways also, and we learned also how to work and create the next generations of suppliers. So the model we worked with here and with the Royal product is a model now that IKEA is applying elsewhere in the world too as well, on how to work with smaller suppliers and how we can actually help by integrating into our business in a better way and through social enterprise. Next. So here's a latest clip of the latest range from Deutung sold in IKEA stores. And you can find them in stores in Austria, Sweden, England, Switzerland, I think Germany, Singapore, Malaysia. Next slide, please. So, still remains, we have touched upon a lot of things, but creativity and development is about never rest on your laurels. The world is constantly changing, the needs are changing, and you need to challenge yourself and keep it up to find better ways to deliver on your business. And that's how IKEA has managed to reach number one, but also retain its position and also be relevant for people. But it's good to be on the way at least. So it's a great company and a very nice process of being part of. So thank you very much for taking the time and listening. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Mr. Lars, again. Please stand on the stage. First of all, I have to say that I really thank you to clarify about how to pronounce IKEA. Do I say it correctly?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, IKEA. Like, I just know it like today. It's not IKEA, not IKEA. Okay, and there's a few questions from the audience here. First of all, we have to say that IKEA is one of the phenomenon for the business and also for the furniture brand that you have to bring out a new thing for the world. So the question from the audience is that what do you think it is the key for the success of the IKEA?
I think many times in markets we come to, people would say the same thing when we came to Thailand the first time. When we said that we would set up the same type of store, we'd have a large self-service warehouse, we expect people to assemble themselves, bring home themselves. Mm-hmm. And people said, no, in Thailand it's different. It will not work here. We are very unique. But so does every country say. But we know that by doing this, by delivering products at a good price and good quality, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. That's what people expect. So constantly working on lowering the prices, but also understanding the needs of people in their homes is the key to the success.
And do you think, like, for example, you said about the problem in Thailand, like Thai people are not normally do things by themselves. So is that still be a problem with IKEA in Thailand?
No, I mean, I think Thai people love to do things by themselves too as well. If you look at around how people love to work with the gardens and pottery, how they love driving out on the countryside and camping, etc. So I think that's maybe a little bit of a myth. It's a matter of whether you have time. But what we can see in Europe and Sweden, for example, people are less doing it themselves and buying services. But whereas in Southeast Asia, we can see people are actually increasing doing it themselves. So it's two opposite trends. Mm-hmm. And I can give you a story, another one. When we opened, in the beginning, we had a lot of high sauce coming to visit us. Mm-hmm. We had ladies with very big hair from Ekamai.
I see.
Coming, and they came down and they wanted to buy things because they heard about it and they read about IKEA. So they thought they needed to have some, they wanted to be first in the neighborhood to buy products. So they came down. And then they stood in the middle of the self-service areas where you're supposed to pick up your bookshelves, etc. yourself, and looked very confused. They said, there's no one here to help me. And then our staff carefully explained to them, no, this is a self-service store, so we can help you with one, but the idea is you go that yourself. And say, oh, okay, I understand. And then a little bit later, we saw them coming back, and then they come back with a gardener, their maid, the driver, and then they did it themselves.
Oh,
Yeah?
so that's her way, like
Yeah,
her
her
style.
way of doing it herself,
Yeah,
yes.
that's
But
cool.
I mean, there are always ways around it.
Okay, so the next question is that, in your own opinion, what is the thing that you think you're proud of the most about IKEA?
I think there is a consistency. I mean, sometimes when you hear things, companies talking about we want to be for the many people, or you don't want to have an impact on the environment, you think maybe it's mumbo jumbo, you know, it's about making money in the end, and you would say anything to get the attention of your brand. But working with IKEA, you can actually see it's true from all the way from the forest we're working in, because we also have forest and take care of the forest properly to make sure the tree are harvested in a good way, all the way to the end of the consumers, and constantly also trying to get better and lessen the impact. Of course, I mean, if we wanted to minimize the impact on the environment, we could close down the business, but the needs are still there. So finding ways of going with times. So there is a sincerity there, and it's consistently applied right through. So I know it's not, how should I say, corporate BS. So that makes me very proud to be part of such an organization that actually make a real difference.
Okay, and then go to the last question for today. You talk about the plan, like future plan with IKEA in Bangkok or IKEA in Thailand. What about the global plan? Do you have any future plan to share today?
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple of white spots in a way. Latin America, there is no IKEA. And there's one in Dominican Republic, but the rest of it is a white spot. So the idea for IKEA is to continue to find ways of growing and reaching new places. But our challenge is that every time we set up a new store, it has so many people visiting and buying so many products. So unless we have a factory ready to supply, we will run out of products elsewhere. So to build an IKEA store, you know, from the time we say go to it's ready, it's about 1 year. But to get the factory ready to supply corresponding volume to one store, it takes 2 years. So our bottleneck is the supply chain all the time. So that's what we are working on securing. But, you know, here in Southeast Asia, we are expanding also. We can't tell exactly which market, but if you look at how they developed, etc., you'll find out. And Bangkok, we're soon having our second one.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I can mention it's in new BTS station in Bang Jai. Bang Jai?
Bang Yai.
Yes.
I see.
That's the area. That's where it's going to be. I can't tell you the exact opening date, but it's not too far away.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please give another round of applause for Mr. Lars Svensson. But before you go, I would like to invite Mr. Prathan Thirathada to give you a little bit the gift. ขอขอบคุณอีกครั้งนะคะสำหรับมิสเตอร์ลาร์สเวนเซนนะคะแล้วก็คุณประธานธีรธาดานะคะสำหรับโอกาสของเราในวันนี้นะคะแล้ววันนี้ค่ะทุกท่านนะคะก็ถือว่าเรียบร้อยกันไปแล้วนะคะสำหรับวิทยากรทั้ง6ท่านที่มาแชร์เกี่ยวกับเรื่องของ Creative Thinking Business ของเราในวันนี้นะคะและอย่างที่ปานบอกนะคะวันนี้ก็ถือว่าเป็นวันสุดท้ายแล้วนะคะสำหรับงาน Creative Thailand Symposium สร้างสรรค์สร้างชาตินะคะสำหรับแขกผู้มีเกียรติคนไหนเนี่ยที่ไม่มีโอกาสได้มาฟังนะคะสำหรับวันที่19ถึง23ตุลาคมที่ผ่านมาเล่าให้ฟังคร่าวๆว่าเราได้พูดกันเกี่ยวกับมีวิทยากรนะคะสลับสับเปลี่ยนกันมาทุกวันเลยและทุกท่านเนี่ยก็มาหาโอกาสใหม่ๆรวมถึงหาช่องทางนะคะให้กับคนที่กำลังคิดสร้างสรรค์จะทำธุรกิจเกี่ยวกับธุรกิจที่ใช้ความคิดสร้างสรรค์เนี่ยไม่ว่าจะเป็นธุรกิจในเรื่องของการใช้เทคโนโลยีธุรกิจในเรื่องของการหาช่องทางสำหรับคนที่ทำธุรกิจเล็กๆ ของตัวเองนะคะหรือว่าแม้กระทั่งเป็นเรื่องของคนที่ทำธุรกิจเพื่อผู้สูงอายุสำหรับสังคมที่กำลังจะเปลี่ยนไปรวมถึงวันนี้นะคะเราก็พูดกันถึงเรื่องของการนำ creativity หรือว่าความคิดสร้างสรรค์เนี่ยมาใช้ในการบริหารธุรกิจนั่นเองเราก็หวังนะคะว่าทุกอย่างที่วิทยากรได้มาเล่าประสบการณ์ให้ทุกท่านฟังเนี่ยจะเป็นสามารถเป็นแรงบันดาลใจนะคะให้กับใครสักคนหนึ่งหรือว่าคนที่กำลังจะเริ่มต้นทำธุรกิจหรือกำลังทำธุรกิจอยู่เนี่ยให้มีกำลังใจแล้วก็มีแรงบันดาลใจมากพอที่จะทำให้มันประสบความสำเร็จต่อไปได้นะคะในโอกาสนี้นะคะยังไงก็ตามป่านและทีมงาน Creative Thailand Symposium ทุกท่านนะคะก็ขอบคุณแขกผู้มีเกียรติทุกคนนะคะที่เดินทางฝ่าฟันรถติดมาฟังเราได้ทุกวันนะคะและถ้าเกิดว่าใครอยากจะทราบรายละเอียดต่างๆนะคะหรือว่าอยากรู้ว่าจะมี Symposium ครั้งต่อไปเมื่อไหร่สามารถติดตามข้อมูลข่าวสารได้ที่ www.creativethailand.net นะคะยังไงวันนี้ป่านละพาสุรจรัสและผู้ทีมงานทุกคนของ Creative Thailand ขอบคุณท่านผู้มีเกียรติมาณที่นี้ด้วยค่ะขอบคุณมากค่ะ